going, guys? Welcome to Crafting Cars. As you can tell from the intro, today we're going to be installing an AEM gauge into my Chevy Sonic. The Chevy Sonic from the factory doesn't come with a coolant temp sensor, boost sensor, oil temp or pressure sensor, none of the above. And this specific one, which I believe is labeled as a X gauge, this one plugs directly into the OBD2 port, so you can have whatever you want displayed on it at any given time. It taps into all the information you can get. You can plug your diagnostics tool in there and you can get all the live data. This does the same thing. So today we're gonna get it mounted in here so we know exactly what's going on. All right, so this is the driving position in the Chevy Sonic here. And the gauge came with a pod, which is this guy right here. But this seems kind of obnoxious anywhere that I decide to mount it, and looks super ricey. So what I'm actually thinking is, if you can tell right here from the driving position, you can see straight through the steering wheel here to this face right here. So what I'm thinking is, here's the gauge. If we drilled a hole and mounted that sucker right there, what do you think, Subes? Yeah, he approves. Right there, I think I'd be able to see it while I'm driving, doing whatever I need to do, and it wouldn't obstruct anything. It'll look super factory because it's going to sit flush with this face here. So what I'm going to have to do is, this lower piece looks like it pops off right here, and there's a few screws on the bottom, and I can pull this whole thing out of the way, which will let me gain access to here. I do have a hole saw, so I'll be able to drill my hole in here, and I'll be able to get in with access from underneath here to clear everything out, give it a good mating surface for the clamp on the gauge, which is on the back here. It's just those two brass prongs. And I'll be able to run all the wiring back behind here down to the OBD2 port, which is right by my left foot, and you won't be able to see any of it. It'll be easily tucked away, out of the way. You won't have to worry about kicking it or it coming loose or anything like that. Let's get to it. Alrighty, so as you can see, I drilled the hole. I think that looks pretty slick. So it's gonna look just like that, and it is perfectly legible from the steering wheel, even when I pick it up with my knee here to where I'm gonna drive, which is about right there. Everything's perfectly visible. I can clearly see the display and everything. So now all I'm going to do is put the backing bracket on it, tighten that down, and then I'm going to run the wires, zip tie it all, and plug it into the OBD2 port, and put all the screws back where they belong. Let's get to it. Alright guys, well, I don't know what happened with the camera, but it didn't record anything that I just did. So, real quick, for a recap, I stuck this in there, and then I also put two zip ties in the back of the gauge pod off the bracket to a couple of the brackets for the vent, and then also for the gauge pod, just to make sure that it keeps it back there. And then I just ran all of the wiring back down behind this panel, and if I kick this off here, if I pull this off right there, you can see all the wiring, the excess and stuff just kind of tucked out of the way, but I can still access the fuse panel that's back behind that cover. And it goes all the way down and connects to the OBD2 port right there. All right, so I have the key. Now it's time to turn her on. Okay, there we go. She's all booted up. As you can see, it is displaying coolant temperature right now. Yep, you can see the gauge is working. It's getting all that live data. It's warming up. So it's warming up perfectly. And like I said, look at that. Blends right in with the rest of the dash. Super inconspicuous. Looks good. Totally functional. That's a mod, boys. Well, that's pretty much it. That's all I got for you. I'll let you know if I run into any other issues with it, but it should be good from here. So appreciate you all sticking around. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until the next project, we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.